Hi everyone, it's Bethany. Welcome back. In this video, I'm simply going to slow down and make a card for you today. We're going to just have a really relaxing time. So as always, I'm going to place an entire list of everything that you see on my work surface down in the description box below. To access that, you're simply going to click on the title of the video. Then that box is going to open up and you'll see everything that I'm using. So be sure to utilize that if you want to recreate this or if you want to add anything new to your craft station. All right, let's go ahead and get started making this card. All right, I have a really fun die set that I want to show you. Spellbinder sent this over for me to create with. These are little bottle brush trees and they're so cute. So I'm going to do a fun little card for Christmas using some non-traditional Christmas colors. And we have some little bases for the trees. We also have, if you wanted to create some depth on your bases, we have some options to do that. I believe I'm going to use a glitter cardstock for my bases, so I'm probably going to skip this particular part because of the texture of my glitter. It'll probably get lost, so it probably won't be as necessary. Okay, then we have different designs for our trees. So we have these, and then we also have this little design as well. Okay, so I think I'm going to pull some cardstock. I'll grab my little mini cutter and let's start creating. I think I'm going to also do a snowy scene, so I think we'll just get cozy and see where this card takes us. Okay, I am going to grab a couple colors here. I have pink lemonade and I also have honeysuckle. And I also have this gold glitter cardstock, and then I will also pull a white. So let's just grab a little scrap of white. All right, now I'll put links to everything I'm using down below, such as the dies, the cardstock that I'm using, so that way you can recreate this, or if you love some of these colors for another project, you can grab them for your card making. I'm going to quickly trim this down to an A2 size. So I believe this is already at 5.5. Yes, okay, so I just need to trim this down to 4.25 really quickly. And this is my A2 card. Now I'm going to further trim that down a little bit. And I'm going to go down to 4 by 5.25, just so that's a tiny bit smaller than my card base. Okay, so this is the card base that we're going to be using. I might also add some ink to this. So again, this color was pink lemonade. I'm going to go actually grab that ink pad that's the same color and see if we can do just a little bit of blending on here just to kind of liven up this background. And again, we're just gonna see where this takes us. So complementary color, these are the same color in both cardstock form and ink form. And what I think I'll do is just kind of get a little bit of blending around the corners just to create a little bit of depth. Almost adding a vignette, if you will. I'm trying to decide if I want to go up the card and maybe do an ombre or if I want to do more of a vignette. Maybe I'll do kind of more of a vignette. Okay, so we'll just kind of frame that with the same color. That way it just creates a little boost. It's pouring outside today. It wasn't actually supposed to rain. Yesterday was supposed to be our rainy day, but goodness, the weather people just, it's pretty inaccurate. So they do their best, but we get surprised quite a bit with our weather. But I'm actually really loving it because the leaves are starting to fall off the trees. It's very, very cozy. Fall's my favorite. So while we're creating a little bit of a Christmas card, the rain's kind of helping bring that temperature down and make it kind of a nice cool day. Okay, do you see how subtle that is? But it's effective, right? So we have more of a variation in that card now. Okay, so let's go ahead and put that away. Just a little simple fun there. Put my brush away. And I'm also going to just make sure I don't have any remaining pink ink because I like to tap my ink off on my mat. That way it doesn't get anything else all pink. Wet wipes are my best friend for that. And bringing in my mini die cutting machine. What I think I'm going to do is just cut out a variety of colors here. So I want to do this honeysuckle color. Let me see if I actually have any scraps of that before I cut into an 8.5 by 11. Okay. Oh my word, I'm glad I checked. I have tons of scraps. Okay, let's do, I'm just going to cut a variety and we'll see what sticks. Okay, so I know I want, let's use this bigger piece. We can do a variety of things. I know I want a trio of trees. And let's cut everything out of everything. You know, let's just do that and we'll see what we like. Okay, that might be a little thick to send through my die cut machine. And sometimes when I kind of have a feeling of where I want to go with the card, but I'm not sure how I want to layer it, I just cut out a bunch of pieces in a bunch of colors. That way once I go to construct the card and make my decisions, I have all the pieces I need and I'm not going back and forth with cutting because I can always use the extras later. So we'll start out with this honeysuckle color for the trees. Oh my gosh, they're cute, cute, cute. Okay, and I think, oh, that's gonna be so fun. Okay, and then I'll just kind of place them all around in piles. And next I'll just do the exact same thing out of white and then out of the pink lemonade as well. All right, so I did all of my trees and now I'm going to send through the little bases on the gold. And I don't know, I'm looking at the trees and I'm thinking, let's just see how it all works out, but I'm kind of gravitating towards making maybe all white trees and having it just really pop against that pink background. All right, so let's do, trying to use up every little piece of cardstock that I can. And then look how delicate these little pieces are. They are just teeny, teeny, tiny for that little base. Oh, that'll be pretty. Okay, I don't know. I'm kind of thinking we're gonna do white trees, but let's just see. There's our bases. Set this to the side for just a minute and let's get an idea. So we have 3 different bases, which is super fun. And, oh, I'm liking the white. That's neat. So this is intended to layer together so that the tree is extremely like bushy. So that's kind of the idea we're going with that. And then we have this little one and these layer in a similar way, but they go cute. Oh my gosh. Something like, and you just layer them however you wish, honestly. And you can trim down also the bases. See how that's popping up there? And so then this one, you could do, oh, I kind of like that actually. Do I need to cut out any more? I actually don't think I'm going to add more pink. I think I'm going to leave it as is. Okay, I am going to do that. I love the look of that. So we'll use these for another project. Just as a preview, that's kind of how that would look. Oh, that's kind of pretty though. Hold on. See? See? Maybe, I wonder. Hold on. Let's get you up close and personal with this project like I am. Okay. Maybe if we did this kind of as a pop of pink behind there, that could be kind of neat. And have it be like that, and then the rest of them be the white. It's neat, but I think I'm gonna go for the all white look, like some really snowy trees. Let's grab liquid glue and get these assembled, and then we'll go from there. I also wanna do some white paint and kind of splatter some snow on there. Okay, I'm going to focus on kind of this middle part of the little, is it bough? I actually had my kiddos using my glue the other day for a school project, and I think that one kind of got clogged, so I'll have to just clean that out later. I'm gonna bring this one here, and I'll focus maybe just on this middle part for the glue. So we really just need it to, there we go, attach. Oh, that's not helpful at all. There we go. And then we'll do this little piece, kind of that middle bow and the tip. Place those on. Kind of off center that a little bit so it looks a little bushier. But I also like it kind of being a nice thin tree. I think that's super cute. So you can layer as much or as little as you want. It's really going to be how you want to have the style of this tree turn out. And then I'll do this one right up here. Okay, so that is one of the little trees. Do not tell me that's not adorable. Okay, then we'll do this one, and I do want this to be pretty tall because I want to have a variety of, yeah, I do want that to be pretty tall. Yeah, let's do that. And again, I'll just go down the spine of the tree here. And we can add additional glue once we put it on the actual card. That looks good. Okay, and then the same with this piece. And you could also cut these out of green and then have, you know, one of your layers be white so it looks like snow-covered trees. Mine are like snow dumped trees. Like there's so much snow that there's no green to be seen. That is how I'm personally, and I know everybody has a different opinion about winter, but I am hoping we get a ton of snow this year. Okay, let's do something like that, I think. I like that. I think that's cute. Okay, I'm loving the heights, and then I'll take this one into consideration here and do, maybe bring this down a little bit, and then get the height just a bit bigger than that other one. Yep, okay. And we could also have fun with how we place them on the card to get a variety of little heights. Okay, that time I put it on the little base. That might be helpful. Okay, I like that. And then we'll simply come in with some scissors and just trim the top of that off. Okay, let's see what we're doing with heights here. Oh, that looks neat. And we can even, you know, layer them and bring them down a little bit as well so that all of the bases are not on a little level playing field. That would be really cute too. All right, now I think we're ready to put this little trio on the card. So I'm going to do something like maybe that. And then we can fluff up these little branches. Probably not on our back one. That's probably going to be pretty flat just because we're going to layer the other trees on top. But we'll see what we can do. So I want this one to be there. Okay. And then we'll do maybe that and that. Okay, and then we can just pull these up a little bit to make these really fluffy. I guess that kind of middle part was a little bit glued, but we can get most of these just popping up off of the card. Just like that. Okay, and then we can do the same to an extent with some of these back pieces. And just kind of shape it a bit more. Ooh, very cool. I like that. Actually, I just want to shape maybe the top layer. That way we can get a little bit more shape on the tree too. So bending apart just that top one and letting the other one stay back a little bit more. Do you see how that kind of makes it look, as opposed to this one, makes it look pretty cool. Also gives some more shadow too, just from the paper. Okay, I think that looks good. And we can continue kind of fluffing this final tree as well. Bring one up here. As we just have a little weeding hook, we can kind of just keep fluffing as we go. All right, so I love that. Let's do this little cutie and then we'll add some snow. Okay, so kind of making a, you know, different little trio with the bases, but also with their heights. That's kind of fun. All right, where's that little hook again? Bring these up. Make these super dimensional. Okay, I just realized I'm gonna have to put foam tape on the back of this as well, so I might have to refluff it at the end. All right, so there we are so far. Okay, if I were to do this over, I would do this part first, but I was kind of stuck on what I wanted to do with my sentiment. But I found this stamp that says Happy Everything, and I think that would be really cute down here. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna bring that in, and I'm going to do some heat embossing, which I think is gonna be fine. We'll zap it real quick. It shouldn't disrupt the glue, but we shall see. So I wanna do this real quick before I do the paint. So I'll grab a Misty, bring this on in, and place that down. Okay, let's pray this works. Let's prep the paper. So I'll just prep this paper right down here. That way the embossing powder will only stick. Oh, I always do this in the wrong order. Bethany, come on. It'll only stick where it needs to. I needed to clean my stamp before doing that. I think that'll look good. Or I could do that. No. Let's not get wild. Okay, I'm gonna use the lines on my Misty door to see if that is straight. And it is, okay. So clean that up. Should be fine. And I'll just really quickly prep that paper one more time. Come in with a little Versamark. The reason I'm heat embossing is because I want this to be a nice white sentiment. That looks cute. I'm gonna do that a couple times. Let's see if oh, that does look really good. I think I'm gonna really like this. Okay. And then we'll add our powder, and we'll do it gently so that also in the right kind of angle so that it doesn't get under our trees. So I'm gonna do a white just for a really good pop. Let's see. So what I mean by this is I'll go like this so that I can control where that powder goes and not get it on my little bases. And that looks good. I do just a little bit more at the top there. Okay, that should be just about right. I'll go ahead and save this extra powder, put it right back in the little container, and heat this up. And I'm gonna wait till this gets extremely hot. That way I can do this very quickly and not disrupt my glue. Oh my gosh, that was so worth it. I love it. Now, okay, the reason also that I don't want to put this on my card base yet is because I do want to do that snow splatter. So let me grab that white paint, and then once that's done, we can put this on a card base. I invested in this last year. My friend Kathy Zelski, who is an incredible card maker, she always does the most dreamy little snow scenes, and this is the product that she uses. So I'm going to go ahead and use that. I'll link her channel down below so you can go be inspired by her as well. And I'm going to do a little test on just this, just to see how I like it, or if, well, I know I'm gonna like it, but ooh, got a little, I haven't used this forever. Okay, let's get a new one. I think it had some stuck in the little dropper. Got a little icky. Okay, I just wanna make sure, I know I'll love it, but I wanna make sure my technique is correct. And really, it's just simple. I just can't remember if I need to, oh yeah, that's easy. Easy enough. Didn't remember if I need to water it down at all, which I probably could try. Just adding maybe a tiny bit of water. I think that is what I've done in the past, just to kind of get it a little bit more. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so just practiced on there. That's gonna look really neat. And let me wipe this up so it doesn't get on the back of my card. And then I'll remove this little spot. Let's bring this back in and add some snow. And it's just kind of knowing exactly how much to do before you quit. And I think that's it for me. Okay, I like that. I want to keep it simple. So I'm going to let this set and dry, and then I'll place this on a card base. But I like that it's a little bit more bare down here. I'm placing my focus more up here just so that it doesn't kind of get too blotchy on my sentiment, but also kind of give that feel of the snow falling from the top of the card. I like that. I like the variation in the size of the little snowflakes as well. Okay, I gave that about 10 to 15 minutes to dry, and now we can simply put this on a card base. Easy peasy, we're almost done. All right, so with 110-pound cardstock this time, this is 11 by 4 1/4, and I want this to fold at the top, so I'm going to do my score in the center at 5.5 inches. And I decided on a white card base just so that we have a really nice pop of the margin. It'll look really great in terms of contrast with the pink card panel. Okay, there's that. And this is what that's going to end up looking like. Ooh, I like that. It's very clean and fresh. Okay, the next step is, I love how fluffy those trees are. It's so cute. The next step is doing some foam tape on the back, which I'll very delicately do. And in fact, I could even just do my foam tape right on my base here. I've done enough card making to know where I need to start and stop this tape, so I think I can do that fairly well. So let's just add, that way we don't disrupt our little trees. Just add our little foam tape here instead, taking into consideration that we have a 1/8 inch margin along the edge of our card. Okay, that should be just fine. And then I can remove those. Oh, this seems so backwards. I've never done it this way, but kind of the way this card needed to come together encouraged just doing everything a little wonky, right? Okay, there we are. Oh my gosh, I love that. Simple personalized stamp on the back, and we will call this good. And right there. You could absolutely take this further and add some sequins, but I am going to keep this very simple. I love the gold bases. I think that adds some visual interest, and I just want it to stay really simple. So I'm not going to add any additional sequins. You could if you'd like, but I'm really loving how the snow is kind of taking that embellishment piece. All right, everything will be linked down below if you want to recreate this. This is kicking off our Christmas card crafting, and it's going to be a really fun year. And I have scheduled to open up that crafty advent calendar box. So we're going to be doing that in December. I think I'm going to do about 3 videos with it. So if you got yours, have it ready to go. If you haven't gotten one, then I'll place a link to where you can get one if they're still available down below. All right, everyone, please give this a thumbs up if you enjoyed watching, and I'll see you in the next video.